Diane in Denmark here, and rah rah rah. Don't have my pom-poms with me, but I don't need them, we can make our own fun. It is Wednesday, which in Flylady land is anti-procrastination day. In Sweden they call it Little Saturday, you may call it Hump Day, but I like the Swedes' positive outlook on things that it's Little Saturday. Anyway, I've got a couple of anti-procrastination tasks to do. Today I am bottling the Elderflower champagne. Remember you saw me throwing together the ingredients yesterday, and it really was just throwing them together. It was the easiest recipe ever. And I'll show you that in a wee minute. But I just wanted to check in with you today about something that I was in here on Monday doing some detail cleaning, and we'll be moving zone tomorrow. You know, we're going between. On Friday, yeah, we're going between the zones 5 and zone 1 this week. You know, it's a crossover week because we're changing from May to June. And goodness, what a May it's been. And I've just got to tell you, you know, I'm sitting here in one of the last summer dresses that I've got. It was a record-breaking 29.9 Celsius here in Copenhagen yesterday, the warmest May day on record. And I think that's something like 85 or 86 F. So, and you know, we don't have air conditioning here, but thankfully it's not too humid. Anyway, what I want to say was, I was in here on Monday doing some detail cleaning, zone 1, the living room. And I was talking about this thing with the rule that I learned at IKEA, the 60-30-10 when you're decorating. Now you can go onto the internet, there's tons of information about it. And I mentioned to you that, you know, IKEA said don't go buying new things, you know, use what you've got. A lot of the IKEA workshops that I've been to, it's about, you know, using things for multiple purposes, you know, taking maybe some kind of jug that you have in the kitchen, which can also be used as a vase or a pencil pot, things like that. So multifunctional things. Now, I've spoken to you about this before, about this shopping your own house. To get organised, please don't buy any more stuff. You don't need any more stuff. You've seen it before when I did the 31 baby step videos with you a couple of years ago. I said, you know, like when you're writing down your routines, remember the first thing when you were writing down your small routines or making the control journal, I said, please don't go out and buy more folders and fancy notepads. Use something that the kids have. You know, you don't need to buy anything else to get organised. And it's the same when you saw me redecorating the guest bedroom upstairs. I told you that I had bought an item to hang clothes, but the rest of the items in the room, they were items which I had shopped from my DD16's room that she was decluttering, and I'd put them in the guest bedroom where they look great. You've seen it when I've been doing decluttering in zone 4, the bedroom. You've seen me that I hardly ever buy makeup, but I have quite a lot of makeup, and you've seen I've got that old, it was one of the kids' Play-Doh boxes, and I put all my makeup in there, and then once a month when we're in the zone, I swap over the makeup, and it's like going shopping in my own little, you know, Sephora shop. And it means that I'm not buying anything new, but I've put some things away, and then once a month I get to shop and, take out this blusher that I haven't used in some time, or an old eyeliner. So you don't need anything else. You know, I've talked about it hundreds of times with, you know, with clothes, dressing to shoes. If you feel like, my wardrobe is a bit boring, start with things that you already have, like shop your, you know, the American way, shop your closet. Look at a top that you maybe think is a bit fancy that you've been wearing with some kind of suit, you know, for special occasions, and take the top and just pair it with a pair of dark jeans. You know, anyway, we've talked about all that before. And what this is all coming back to is, I was talking on Monday about swapping things around. You know, that swapping furniture around satisfies my need for something new and exciting from time to time, you know, whether it be, you know, the makeup that I shop from what I've already got, or clothes swap parties. You know, I get most of my clothes at clothes swap parties now. It satisfies that need without buying anything new. And it's the same, you know, just a case in point, I told you on Monday I was trying to get a bit more lighter things in here to get the balance of the 60-30-10. And I washed the cushion covers in here, and I've actually, I don't know if you can see there, I've taken some of the ones from the kitchen and I'm kind of playing around with those. And there was that one up in the guest bedroom, which had belonged to, it was something in my DD16 room. So there again, I'm not buying anything, I'm just using what I have, you know, decluttering as we go along, and it's all good. Anyway, back to the swapping things around. The swapping things around thing also applies to, here it comes, the daily focus. Now, I know a lot of you think, oh, if only I had more time, I could do this or that. That's where the daily focus comes in. You know, we have this daily focus of Monday is weekly home blessing hour. And remember, it doesn't need to be on a Monday. That's just the Flylady's plan. Tuesday is plan and play day. You heard me talking about that yesterday. I've planned my menus. I've looked at the calendar. I know what's coming up. Father's Day in Denmark is next week. Constitution Day. And, you know, Wednesday, anti-procrastination day. I've got some teacher thank you cards to write. That's my anti-procrastination day task today. I've bought the gift cards, but I need to write them a personal letter. So that's what I'm doing today. Thursday is errand day, and, you know, Friday cleaning. Anyway, you've heard all that before. And a lot of times we resist it and say, well, you know, I don't want to do it that way. By swapping things around and by putting them into order, you're going to save yourself so much time and stress. That's the reason that we have the daily focus. And as I said before, it doesn't need to be on the day that the Fly Lady has it, you know, set up for her. I've told you before that often I switch my Tuesday and my Thursday around. You know, so I'll do my errands actually on Tuesday if I'm out getting my hair cut like I did yesterday. When I'm out getting my hair cut, I went to the library, picked up some books, handed books in, picked up a couple of items on the way, didn't need anything at the pharmacy. So, but I've just kind of got it planned already so that if there's an opportunity to do my errands, I already know, I've already got my list. So I want you to really, you know, if you're struggling and thinking, well, if only I had more, you know, if only I had, let's say, you know, if only I had a gardener, or if only I had a cleaning lady, or if only I had an au pair, things would be so much easier. Have a wee think and see how you're using your time. Are you kind of all over the place and you don't have any routine? Here go the routines again. Maybe that's something you really want to consider is, you know, trying to swap things around. See how it will fit in with your week and see what things can be bunched together. Whether you want to do your weekly home blessing hour, you know, in one fell swoop, that works best for me. Or if you want to split it up over the 7 days of the week or do 2 tasks one day, 2 days another day. The main thing is that you get it planned, because if we've got a plan, it's going to happen. Anyway, I'll get onto the bottling of the champagne in a wee minute. And one last thing, just a wee success story to post with you. We did the 30-day challenge back in March and April. Remember that? We were just starting with one item. We only had to declutter one item a day. And we did it for 30 days in a row. And I know a lot of you were so successful. And this morning I got a really nice comment on Instagram from Star Joe. And she has been decluttering for 100 days in a row. So woo, I should have my pom-poms for her. And this is the thing, if you just allow yourself to say, you know, it doesn't need to be a whole bag of clutter every day, you really get into the mindset of every time you open a drawer, every time you put some laundry, you know, your LOL, your load of laundry, every time you put it away in your wardrobe or your closet, you're aware of what is in there, and also it makes you aware of what you are throwing out, you know, what you're handing on to a friend, what you're putting in the trash. And because it's constantly there in your mind, you know, just one item, it stops the clutter coming in. And it will hopefully stop you buying more stuff, because we don't need any more stuff. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about that, and I will get through to the kitchen and I'll show you me doing the bottling the champagne. And hopefully in 5 or 6 weeks we can say cheers with a nice glass of Elderflower champagne. Anyway, so let me go through there and then I'll say goodbye to you as normal. So here's what the mixture looks like 24 hours later. Sugar has dissolved, and let me just give it a wee sniff. Yeah, it's very, very lemony. It's got that kind of slightly sour, pungent smell from the little elderflowers. And what I'm going to do is I've got my bottles lined up, and what I'm going to do is first of all I put it through the big strainer to take out, you know, the big bits of lemon, and then I'll do it through a fine sieve, and then into the jug, and then into the bottles, and Bob will be here. Oh, hold on, just a wee extra shot because my rhododendrons have started blooming. Aren't they fantastic? I love rhododendrons, those huge heads and fantastic colours. Anyway, let me get this into here and into here, and you might need to let it take a wee bit of time going through the fine mesh sieve, but while you're waiting for it to go through you can always go and do a swish and swipe. Anyway, let me get going and then I can show you what it's like in the bottles. Woohoo, and we're done. Right, so I've put it into the bottles, and you'll see here I haven't gone all the way up to the top of the bottle. I'm allowing a wee bit of space for the fizziness to work its magic, you know, the natural yeast. So I've got like 3.5 bottles, and as I said, normally I would make double the quantity, so you'll probably get 6. But next I better do a wee poopa, you know, we'll have to do a poopa, P-U-P-A, pick up and put away. So I'm just going to get these quickly washed and put away, and that is my champagne done. And these are going to go, I'm going to keep those in our basement for about 6 weeks. It may work a bit faster. I'm hoping to get it done for my birthday, but anyway, we'll take a wee look from time to time. Okay, my poopa is done and the bottles are in the basement cooling, so hopefully in 4, 5, 6 weeks we will be ready to have some champagne. So as usual, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge and the heat be with you. Please take some of our heat. We're kind of melting now here. Anyway, happy procrastination day or little Saturday, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.